boxing fans over here with Hannah Rankin. Hey, welcome back to New York. It's a pleasure to see you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's great to be back in New York. I love it here.
I know you came over here to prepare for your fight.
Yep.
Getting ready for, make it, what you do the best. How you feel about it?
I feel great. It's really good to be back in New York. I love being here. Everyone's really friendly and we've been treated really well. I'm here for some great sparring with the girls, Alicia Napoleon, Callie Reese. So yeah, I think it's gonna be good. It's the best preparation I can have for my fight. So yeah, really happy to be here and I'm feeling good and strong, ready to go.
You faced it in the past, Alicia Napoleon, right? So what?
Yeah.
Right now, what can you learn from her, like that you did the sparring? I mean, it's the same thing when you go out there and you fight, right? But now in the sparring session, what did you learn from her right now?
Well, it's always great to come back and work with somebody that beat you before because you can always learn from these people. She's a world champion for a reason. She's got fantastic footwork and, it's great for me to practice new things against her and also to see how far I've improved as a fighter as well. I fought her a little while back now, almost a year ago. So, it's great to see how I'm getting on and try out some new things and stuff that I want to work on for my fight. So, for me, it's great. It's really good.
Hey, I feel like you have what it takes. You faced it in the past, a champion like Clarissa Shields.
Yeah.
And what can I say? I mean, what was the learning lesson that you learned from this fight? In order that you pursue now greatness.
Oh no! I mean, it was fantastic to fight Clarissa. Mm-hmm. It was a great fight between the two of us. It went 10 rounds and there was loads of different things I learned in that fight. I was working on lots of footwork stuff and things I've taken from that is that, I'm putting more punches together after that fight, but it was almost like a learning fight for me to be in with one of the top fighters at the moment. So yeah, you can't help but learn in these scenarios. And it's also when you're at that sort of top level, you're under a certain amount of pressure. There's lots more to do. There's lots of, you've got press conferences. You've got to do the public weigh-ins. You're on TV. So there's so much more that you need to be able to, just work under. So it's a lot of stress and actually you learn a lot from that. So okay. I feel a lot more calm going into my title fight. I'm going to be headlining in Scotland. So it's massive and also it's going to be on the BBC, so it'll be the first British female fighter to headline a fight on TV in Scotland. So
what exciting.
Yeah, so I feel really well prepared after the Shields fight and I can't wait for it. It's going to be great.
I know that it's going to be great because eventually boxing, in the female part is growing more. I see, fighters that now I think some of the promoters, they've been, working with females, certain, like, let's say networks like Top Brand, DAZN, and, PBC.
Yeah.
And eventually, I would say it's going to be great to see you performing. You talk about weight class. Are you going, back to where you normal used to fight, or what is this fight in?
Well, yeah,
what weight
so
class?
I fought Clarissa up at 160 pounds, and I fought Alicia up at the super middleweight limit. So, yeah, no, I'm actually fighting for a world title at my own weight, 154 pounds. I feel really good at this weight. I'm really strong at this weight. I'm big for the weight as well. So, I feel good. We're not far off, 6 pounds off this morning. So we've got about 4 weeks to go. So 6 pounds to go, and I'm feeling really good, really strong. So yeah, it's great to actually finally be able to fight for a world title at the weight I feel best at.
Sure.
So it gives me a real chance to showcase what I'm really good at.
How do you do that? I mean, like when you are in certain weight class and then you have to go down, is it difficult for you, or what's the sacrifice that you have to do?
Well, definitely. I mean, for the Shields fight, when I was up at 160 pounds, we put on more muscle for that fight. I was bigger and I was, stronger. And it was like the first fight where, I didn't have to worry about cutting so much weight. I was building. I was making myself bigger. But for we had a fight in January which I won. But I wanted to be back down 154 pound limit to show that I could get to that weight again. Mm-hmm. So for me, it's all about pushing yourself to make that. I'm really lucky to be sponsored by Science and Sport, who do all my sort of supplements for me. So and also Fresco Box, they do my meal prep when I'm in the UK. So I've got the best sort of support, and with Science and Sport, it is all science. It's
sure.
it's just amazing the knowledge that they've got. So I never have to worry that I'm not going to make the weight. My coach is really strict about it, and I'm also really dedicated, so I never worry that I'm not going to make 154, you know, but you have to work hard for that. It's discipline.
It's discipline.
Yeah.
Eventually, you talk about, you know, you have a good relationship with your coach.
Yeah.
You know, you listen to your coach. It's discipline that you actually, you know, he's putting on you in order to say, hey, you have to do this, you have to follow this. How is the relationship, you know, with your coach? Eventually, it came out something, you know, like recently, Abel Sanchez, Triple G split. How is the relationship with your coach?
Well, when I wanted to like go professional in the boxing world, it was like me and my coach started that together. You know, he got his professional license, I got my professional license, and we both started at the bottom. And we wanted to go to the top, you know. And I said I wanted to become a world champion, and we've worked to make that actually a reality. You know, so on the 15th of June, there's a chance for us to showcase all that hard work of these 4 years have really come to fruition. Me and Noel get on really well, but you know, like we're always doing everything together and pushing. He pushes me, and you know, I trust him, and it's the best relationship you can have. It's like someone that you're good friends with, but also can push you to get the best out of you. And I think that's really important. Also, it's important to have somebody that you can talk to about things, and always has like, you know, lots of different options and opinions and ideas, and he's just as like obsessed with it as I am.
Sure.
So yeah, you know, we make a good team.
Oh wow,
for sure.
That's great to hear that, because every boxer has a different relationship. We've seen that sometimes, you know, people do appreciate, you know, the coaches. Some of them they don't, and it's sad to see, you know, sometimes they don't respect the coaches.
Yeah, no, but it's like that's the person that at the end of the day, they're the person in the corner that's looking out for you on fight night. So if there's any problems, they're the first person to know there's something gone wrong, you know, because they spend so much time with you, and that's a really special connection you have. And I think also as well, you know, you've got to know how your fighter works, and as a coach, you're the only person that's going to know it. And on fight night, he's never stressful. You know, in the corner, we have a very calm, collected corner. I like it like that. We always train like that, you know, and it's important that you have that connection. And I think it's a shame when really good partnerships kind of break away over money or over like disagreements and stuff, because you know, you two have worked as a team to get to where you are, and it's sad if that breaks apart.
Yes, it is. Like I spoke with a coach recently, and he told me this, right? Money is a vehicle, right? And it's important, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, let's say if we really need and appreciate that friendship as a, you know, coach and boxer, I think we have to, you know, respect each other in order that both of us, we've been working together in order to, let's say if a boxer becomes, you know, world champion, you know.
Exactly. Well, like for both myself and Noel, like we put everything we have into getting us, me, to this position so that I'm able to fight and to become a world champion. And there's a lot of sacrifice your coach has to put in to get you to that position, as well as you. You know, you both sacrifice time with family, with friends, you know, and it's a lot of hard work. And I'm not always the most lovely person to be around in camp. When I'm hungry, I'm cutting weight, you know, and my body hurts, but you know, he's there every day, and you need that. And yeah, it's sad if that relationship breaks apart.
And also the coach can let's say help you in order that if you need an advice, like let's say, right, an example, some of the medias or people that, you know, does reporting, let's say they don't look up for whoever sometimes, you know, gets a loss in a boxing career, and it's sad when they don't get the support also for the other person. But at the same time, you know, I feel like whoever is there, no matter what, is the coach. So
I think like whatever happens is like on fight night, it's if the fight doesn't go well, it's actually the coach that takes it on the chin, you know, or you didn't prepare them properly or this sort of stuff. So like it's a hard position being a coach, you know. You've got to put all that time and effort into researching your fighter's opponents, you know, how they work best, and then, you know, at the end of the day, if something goes wrong, that's the person that's blamed. The coach is blamed, not you. And so they're quite a special person, and they have to be someone who's really patient and willing and want to sacrifice everything, you know, to get you there. And that's a special person, definitely.
Yes, I always tell every coach, and it's not a secret that every coach that I get to speak, for me it's a privilege, and I always tell them, coaches make champions. That's
Yeah.
my favorite quote for
Yeah,
them.
it's very true. But they often they're not the person who's in the spotlight at the end. They're the person that created it and helped you to understand how best to become that. But they're not the person that gets all the props at the end. It's you. You're standing there in the light, but actually it should be you and your coach, really. To be honest.
Exactly, good relationship.